Let's hit the field.
It is Saturday, July 19th, and the Yankees were taking on the Braves in Game 2 of a 3-game set, and it was another amazing comeback for the Yankees tonight. Couple of long balls from Anthony Volpe, but could the Yankees finish the job? My recap and your reactions coming up next. This is Pinstripe Territory.
Just wanted to talk, that's all.
How's it going, everybody? I got to admit, I am astonished that the Yankees managed to win that game. Absolutely astonished. When they were down 5-0, I didn't think they had any chance. They looked as lifeless as we've seen them. And then, just went crazy with the bats. They had 2 runs in the 5th, 4 in the 6th. They had runs in the 7th and 8th, and then 4 in the 9th to complete one of the best comebacks of the year. I did not expect to be wearing the victory hat. I'm going to go ahead and admit it. 2 huge home runs from Anthony Volpe. Luke Weaver was tremendous tonight. Trent Grisham with a huge grand slam. It wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. Jonathan Loaisiga stunk tonight. Devin Williams did not have a great night, although he closed the door. Did not look great. Will Warren got clobbered again. The bullpen in general it has just been in tatters, but the Yankees win 12-8. Let's go ahead and get to the recap.
Right, let's get it going.
So, this is one of those games where the outcome, the final score, didn't match what we saw early on in the game. Both teams were quiet early. I thought we might have a pitcher's duel, right? Warren looked pretty good early, and then the Braves poured it on against him. He had like 10 swings and misses in the first few innings, and then the Braves just figured him out. Ozzie Albies hit another 3-run home run, second day in a row that he's had a home run. Michael Harris had a home run. I tell you what, I've seen enough of Ozzie Albies. That guy can just smash. And have you guys noticed that when the Yankees give up home runs, they tend to give up a lot of 3-run shots, right? Other than grand slam, you can't do any worse. But Rodon has given up a bunch of 3-run home runs this year. 3-run home run tonight. I just feel like, I think Fried has only given up a couple of home runs, but at least 1 or 2 of them have been 3-run shots. I just feel like the Yankees give up an abnormal amount of 3-run jacks. Maybe I'm imagining that. But the Braves put up 4 runs in the 4th inning. Yankees answered right back. 2-run shot from Volpe, number 11 on the season. Junior Caroma asks, is this going to go down as the Volpe game or the Grish game? I guess we'll find out. Maybe it'll be both of those guys. It's hard to signal out just one of those guys because they were both terrific tonight. But we will. We're going to give out a belt to one person tonight. But Volpe was not done. He had a good night. He had 4 RBIs. Braves put up a couple more in the 5th inning, but the Yankees did something that I did not expect them to do. Even though they've shown a lot of heart and a lot of fight lately, they refused to roll over and die tonight. Right? They were dead in the water a couple of times, but they just kept fighting, and they were able to erase a couple of deficits here. They were down 5-0, and I believe it was 7-2. Yeah, so they were down 5-0. They got 2 back, and then they were down 7-2. And then, you get the really nice play from Cody Bellinger to take away a base hit. You really felt like the momentum was swinging a little bit at that point. But then Olsen tacked on another run with a base hit. I'll never forgive the Yankees for not being all in on Matt Olsen. But top 7, Bellinger went deep to get that run right back. Home run number 17 on the year for him. Very quietly having an outstanding season. Bellinger's got the average up to 284, and after that first month, it was pretty bad. I'm going to share his stats with you real quick. He's now got 17 home runs, 56 RBIs, and an 835 OPS on the season. So Cody Bellinger continues to really, really impress. And it'll be interesting to see what happens with his contract because he can opt out. But, you never know. Maybe he likes being a Yankee, right? Not everybody opts out. We'll see how it works out. But Boone tried to stick with Loaisiga for too long. and they had to pull him out in the 7th with the bases loaded. I thought Weaver did an amazing job coming in there to get out of that inning. And then in the 8th, Volpe tied it up with his second home run of the game. He had almost hit a go-ahead grand slam. He almost hit 3 home runs tonight. D's channel says, Jazz arguing with the Braves coach was not on my bingo card. Yeah, Jazz likes to talk, and he's not going to let anything slide, too. This is a guy who always wants to mix it up and have that high energy, but sometimes that can lead you to being a little bit touchy, right? And I don't blame him. I mean, you can't be saying you're going to throw at guys' heads, but that's a conversation for a day when we don't pull off an amazing comeback. But anyway, I like it for Volpe to hit a couple of home runs. Obviously a big night for RBIs, but I don't want him to get into his head that he's a home run hitter. Tomorrow, if he comes out and hits 3 line drives over the second baseman's head, I'll be perfectly fine with that. We don't need this guy swinging for the fences all the time. But love it for him tonight. Big, big night for Volpe. We had a big double by Goldschmidt to lead off the 9th inning. Yankees load the bases. Jazz gets robbed of a go-ahead hit. He smoked one the other way. Just a nice, easy approach. That's what we've been wanting from him all year. But unfortunately hit it right at the third baseman. But Trent Grisham picked him up.
That's a grand slam. Hey now, goodbye.
Hey now.
It's a grand slam.
Grand slam. And then the Braves tacked one on in the 9th. I forgot to update the score. 12-9, final score. Yankees take this one.
Ball game over. Yankees win. Yankees win.
So I had a tough decision tonight to make. I mean, Grisham had an amazing night. He had 5 RBIs. You had Anthony Volpe with 2 home runs. And really, I was going to give it to one guy, but I think I'm going to change my mind at the last second. I mean, those 2 guys combined to drive in as many runs as the Atlanta Braves scored tonight. 9 of the Yankees' 12 runs came off the bats of Grisham and Volpe. So we're going dual belts tonight. Co-belts. Go-belts. I was going to do just Volpe. I was going to do just Volpe, but when I looked at Grisham with the 5 ribbies, I had forgotten about the RBI early. I changed my mind at the last second. Hey, at the end of the day, there's literally nothing less important than who wins this belt. But for the time being, we're going with a full belt awarded to each guy. So that's where we're at right now. I felt bad. I would have felt guilty, and I shouldn't feel guilty on my own show. I would have felt guilty robbing Trent Grisham and his mustache of the belt tonight. So we're splitting it up, and I would have felt guilty not giving it to Volpe too, his first career multi-home run game. So it is what it is. So okay, let's go ahead and talk about Will Warren, who did not have a great night. And is not off to a great start in the second half. In the first half, he was much more solid than I expected. He's been kind of like the pitching version of Jason Dominguez. Just the improvements have been noticeable. 2 runs or fewer in 13 of his 20 starts in the first half, which is terrific for a rookie. But as we had someone call out in a phone call, he has been bad on the road.
Hey, Derek. Has anyone noticed that Will Warren can't pitch on the road? Remember Los Angeles, remember Toronto, and of course tonight. Disastrous.
Yeah, he's definitely struggling a bit more on the road. I looked it up. His ERA at home is 3.0. His ERA on the road is 6.75, so almost a touchdown on the road with the extra point. So, early on today he was good. He had like 10 swings and misses early, but he only finished with 11 because the Braves figured him out. And I thought it was crazy that Boone left him in for 40 pitches today. I mean, are you just asking for another Tommy John surgery at this point? I mean, how many guys do we need to lose to that injury before we stop abusing these guys? 40 pitches in an inning is insane for a young pitcher. That is on Boone, and that is an ill-advised thing to do. But tonight, for those of you listening who can't see the screen, 3 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts through 78 pitches, topped out at 94.8 miles an hour. So, hey, not a great night, but ultimately the Yankees win, so you brush it off, you forget about it. Now, I know there's 900 people in here that want to talk about today's game, and we do have some voicemails to get to, and we'll take a lot of comments. But first, I want to talk a little bit about Spencer Jones, because this guy he hit another tank today. I mean, this turnaround is amazing. 24 home runs now across 2 levels. He's hitting .307. He's got 50 RBIs. The OPS on the season in the minor leagues is 1.068. He's got 16 stolen bases. He's cut his strikeout rate in AAA. He's struck out 20 times in 63 at-bats, which is, under 33%, whereas for a long time he was up over 40% in AA. He has 238 at-bats in the minor leagues this year, so now with this home run today, he is averaging a home run less than every 10 at-bats. And, I mean, this could be a hot month, but it could be a real stretch where he's turned it around. The timing could not be better because it gives the Yankees another trade chip, either him or one of their outfielders, if you think that he's the real deal. I think that the changes he has made to his stance are very, very interesting to me, right? If he was still striking out a gazillion times and just happened to be hitting all these home runs and hadn't really changed anything and still had this enormous strike zone and was still striking out, 40% of the time, I would still be saying, move him, right? But the fact that he's cut his strikeout rate, okay, and he's shrunk his strike zone by changing his stance, and he's opened way up, so he's getting a really good view of the pitcher. And he's hitting home runs to all fields. He hit one to center field today. We've seen him hit 430, 440-foot home runs to left field. He's pulling balls to right field. I'm starting to maybe become a believer again, but I want to pump the brakes and just throw something out there to you, okay? I'm going to throw 2 words out there that might jog your memory. Hoy Park. Remember him? I looked it up. Back in 2021, he was hitting .327 in AAA with 10 home runs in just 171 at-bats at AAA. He was raking, okay? Just absolutely scorching the baseball. And the Yankees sold high and got Clay Holmes for him. Park went to Pittsburgh. He had a couple of quick home runs, but the league adjusted. He fell off a cliff. In his career, 201 hitter, he's done, right? 5 career home runs. He never became anything. But Spencer Jones, not exactly the same type of player. Spencer Jones is a guy who is massive, and he's a center fielder who can really play the position, and he's got that natural strength that if you just get him making contact with the right launch angle, he's going to hit a ton of home runs. So whether or not he can sustain this ability to make contact is going to be very, very, very interesting. I don't think he's Hoy Park. I don't think that, they don't profile the same at all. But I just want to use that as an example that you can't always believe AAA stats. But if you look at what he's doing with your eyes and you look at the highlights, he is hitting some enormous home runs. And we got a call about it, so we'll kick off our voicemail portion with a call about Spencer.
Hey, Derek. Meredith Marakovich, she was just talking before the game how Spencer Jones had 4 hits today. He had 430-foot home run, a double, and 2 singles. I don't know. I think if the Yankees, if they keep losing or they're not looking like a great team, you got to call him up. He's already 24 years old. You don't want him to be the next Aaron Judge, gets called up when he's 25. And, Aaron Judge, if he got called up when he was, earlier, who knows how his career would be. But I know there's not a lot of room for this guy. Maybe if you want to trade Trent Grisham.
On the night he hits a grand
slam. Maybe to make a little room or trade. I don't know.
I mean, it's just an interesting problem that the Yankees have. It's a good problem to have. We got a call here about the Yankees fight tonight.
Derek. Can't believe it. The fight by the Yankees these last few weeks, these last 2 weeks, incredible. They suck in the beginning of the inning, but incredible fight.
Yeah, the fight has been great. I mean, you had that great comeback against the Blue Jays where they lost, and then you had the game against the Mariners where they came back and won. So they have shown some more fight in recent weeks, which is exactly what you want. Word Lifer thinks Jones is a September call-up. Depends on if they have room for him, right? Doug Rao says, if we hang on to Jones and we keep Belly, we have the Martian, Belly, and Judge around the outfield, Rice at first, Stanton at DH, Wells at catcher. Where do we play Spencer Jones? Where does he get at bats? That's a great point. I mean, somebody will have to be moved. Would not shock me if they trade him. I mean, and again, kid's killing the ball. Apparently, I saw some comments that he went to the Teacher Man, which is Aaron Judge's hitting coach, which is something that we said last year he should do. And if it's working for him now, and he's able to hit like a left-handed Aaron Judge, you got a real problem trading him. You know, what if you call him up and he does some Shane Spencer type of stuff rather than Spencer Jones, right? I mean, he could be a huge injection of life. You know, you hate to say it on a night that he hit a grand slam, but maybe move Trent Grisham while his value's high. He's maintained a high level of play the entire year, you know, but Rao is right. You know, next year, you got the Martian, you got Belly, you got Judge, Rice at first, Stanton still at your DH spot. It's just it's a situation that calls for a massive trade. Now, if the Yankees do give Spencer Jones up, I think the price that they're gonna, or what the return they would get for him, is going up by the day. Every day that he continues to smash home runs, okay, you're getting more back for him, right? So because now Cashman has leverage with him. So interesting development in the Yankees farm this year. Quick word from DraftKings, then back to take some final comments.
Nothing says summer like long days, clutch plays, and firing off a few bets on the game. All with DraftKings Sportsbook. Pick a guy to go yard, hammer some live odds mid-game, or just ride with your squad and hope for the best. DraftKings customers bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code FOUL for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for a gambling problem. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Guys, you know how hard it was to read that audio of the boilerplate for the DraftKings? Special shout out to DraftKings. That was difficult, okay? I am not a rapper, but I felt like it. THG says, I heard AAA pitching is actually worse than AA. Is that true? It's hard to say. I mean, you get more polished strike throwers, I think, at AAA, but the better arms and the bigger prospects tend to be at AA. I think guys in general are more wild at AA. You'll see a lot more 100-mile-an-hour fastballs where, you know, guys don't know where it's going. In AAA, you see more like 4A type pitchers. You see, you know, the career minor leaguers that, you know, have been up and down, like the, I guess, Cody Poteet types, right? That would be the type of pitchers you see a lot of in AAA. We got a call here from Mo.
Hey, Derek. It's Mo.
Hey, Mo. How you doing?
Stan just got a single. I want to talk about Stan. Stan, he just got a base hit single to the opposite field into right. And he's looked so good ever since, like, the past, like, 10, 15 years. After his first home run to Toronto, he's become nuclear Stan, the guy that we're used to seeing.
3 walks tonight.
And if Ben Rice, we can't just keep on doing this platooning thing, because we got to just, you know, so what if Ben Rice has been unlucky? Yeah, but he's not getting results, and Stan is.
Hey,
it's
now.
just simple. Play him every single day.
Now Rice had 2 doubles yesterday, and tonight he drew a big walk. And Stanton, you know, he swung the bat well. He walked 3 times tonight. He had a base hit to right field, hitting .264 with an .841 OPS since coming back. So there's no easy solution. Rice, you know what? I think the Yankees missed an opportunity tonight with Ben Rice because he pinch hit for Peraza, and we've been all saying, put him in at third base. You got a chance right there to leave him in the game, get him one more at bat, and leave him at third base to test it out, see how he does. I know it's a close game, but hell, sink or swim, baby. But instead, they went to Vivas. Vivas hitting 163 since coming to the major leagues. But, Rice, I want to see him at third base and see what it looks like. Anyway, Neil Thomas says, trade Volpe now. That's funny. D said he left the chat earlier. Let me just double check here and see what we got here. D says did not have Jazz arguing with the Braves coach on his bingo card. Never count Jazz out for anything. Expect the unexpected with Jazz. It's part of the reason why he's such a fun guy. He's very different from the typical Yankee. But hey, one more time tonight, big win.
Ball game over. Yankees win. Yankees win.
All right, so series even, and tomorrow Marcus Stroman on the mound before the Yankees go to Toronto. Toronto, by the way, won tonight, so the Yankees still 3 games back. They would have been 4 games back for the first time this year if they had lost tonight. You got to win tomorrow, and then you got to do some damage with the top of your rotation in Toronto. Now, maybe this comeback gets them going. Some of you remember when the Yankees won a game in 2009 in Atlanta. Cervelli hit a big home run. That kind of got them started. Momentum is a tricky thing, right? But I think momentum will only go as far as your bullpen being able to get people out, right? Because Efros 4.70, Loizaga 5.11, Devin Williams 4.71. We got some high earned run averages in that bullpen. So I think we need some arms. Would not shock me if we make a trade before Toronto. If anybody is dealing, a little over or a little under 2 weeks now until the trade deadline. So stick around. We'll be back when any news breaks. We'll catch you next time.
If you made it this far, do us a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and join our community. You can also be a part of the show by calling in at 718-899-1068. Also, part of the way that we maintain and fund all of this is through NYYDesigns.shop. Check it out now. Get all sorts of fun Yankees merch, hats, hoodies, zip-ups, beanies, mugs, you name it. We've got it. Check it out, NYYDesigns.shop. And check out Pinstripe Territory on all your favorite podcast platforms. We are the official Yankees podcast of the Foul Territory Network. We're here for post-game shows after every single game, and we're here before a lot of games to talk about the game, preview the lineup, the pitching matchups, and things like that. And we're here all off-season to talk about the latest in Yankees rumors, news, etc. Join our community. We'll see you next time.